Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into a topic that's got everyone talking party fouls and the ethics of accepting compensation. It all started with a simple question. Am I the villain for accepting money for a ruined chair? You know, it's funny how life throws these curveballs. One minute you're having a grand old time at a party, the next you're caught in a moral dilemma involving furniture and friendship. It's a tale as old as time, or at least as old as IKEA. So buckle up, buttercups, because this is one bumpy ride. Picture this: a lively gathering, music playing, laughter echoing, and a delicious spread laid out. Everything's going swimmingly until disaster strikes. My friend's brother, let's call him Clumsy Carl, had a little mishap with a plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Now, I'm not talking about a little drop or two. This was a full-on avalanche of pasta and sauce, and guess where it landed? Yep, right on my brand new chair. The chair, a vision in pristine white fabric, was now sporting a rather unappetizing shade of red. Let's just say it wasn't a pretty sight. Now, accidents happen, right? We've all been there. But here's where things get interesting. My friend, bless her heart, was mortified. She kept apologizing profusely and insisted on replacing the chair. I, being the gracious host that I am, brushed it off, saying it was just an accident. But she was persistent. She even offered to pay for the cleaning, which I thought was very kind of her. Part of me felt bad, even considering accepting any kind of compensation. It was just a chair, right? But then again, it was a brand new chair. This is where the internal debate began. On one hand, accepting money felt a bit, well, awkward. Like I was putting a price on our friendship. It felt transactional. And who wants to put a price tag on friendship? On the other hand, the chair was ruined, and replacing it would be an unexpected expense. Was it really so wrong to accept help from a friend who genuinely felt terrible about the situation? It was a classic case of head versus heart, and I wasn't sure which one to listen to. Just when I thought things couldn't get any more complicated, they did. Remember how I mentioned the spaghetti and meatballs? Well, it turns out those weren't just any paper plates. They were those flimsy, eco-friendly ones that practically disintegrate on contact with sauce. And guess who brought them? Yep, Clumsy Carl. So now, not only was my chair ruined, but my friend was also slightly irritated with her brother for using such flimsy plates in the first place. It was a whole domino effect of party foul proportions. Section 6. Money talks, but what is it saying? After much back and forth, I reluctantly agreed to let my friend pay for the cleaning. I figured it was the most amicable solution. A few days later, I received a text from her with a money transfer for the cost of a new chair. I was taken aback. She had gone above and beyond, and I couldn't help but feel a mix of gratitude and confusion. Why did this feel so strange? It was a generous gesture, and I knew she meant well. But something about it felt off, like it had shifted the dynamic of our friendship, even if just slightly. Section 7. Social media fallout. As if things weren't complicated enough, the whole Chairgate incident somehow made its way onto social media. My friend, in a moment of what I can only assume was post-party guilt, posted a hilarious, at least to her, account of the night, complete with exaggerated details and a picture of the infamous chair. Let's just say the internet had opinions. Some people thought I was totally justified in accepting the money, while others thought I should have just let it go. It was like the whole world had become an episode of Judge Judy, and I was the defendant. Section 8. Lessons learned. So, what did I learn from this whole experience? Well, for starters, I learned that even the most well-intentioned actions can have unintended consequences. I learned that communication is key, and sometimes it's better to over-communicate than to leave things open to interpretation. And most importantly, I learned that friendships are precious and should be cherished, even when they're tested by a rogue plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Section 9. So, am I the villain? Now back to the original question. Am I the villain for accepting money for a ruined chair? I honestly don't know the answer. What do you think? Was I right to accept the money, or should I have just let it go? Head over to our website and let me know your thoughts. And remember, the next time you're at a party, be careful with those paper plates.